Our 30th anniversary celebration continues with our detour diva. She seriously knows more streets and alternate routes than anyone else on the planet. If Google Maps and Waze had a baby, her name would be Ginger.
That is so true. Okay, speaking of babies, Ginger and her husband, Marcono, have 3 of them. This morning, we're revealing the behind-the-scenes story about how they met, how they fell in love, how they juggle family life while working these crazy hours. Take a look.
I'm a huge fan of you guys. I watch you every morning.
Well, what about the traffic woman? What room is she in?
She's in a whole nother room.
They're like, can you put on an evening gown and sit in this closet and tell us about traffic? That seems
Jim, if you want to sprint on over here, I just took off my bathrobe.
I'm shy.
Ginger Chan, what's up?
I am coming up on 13 years at working at KTLA.
Ginger, the traffic queen.
I love her personality. She is fun, and she is just great to be around.
Ginger is hands down the best traffic person in Los Angeles, and I would argue one of the best in all of America.
What's going on with the traffic? Tell me. Is there a SIG alert? Where's it at? 91? Artesia?
She knows.
She knows.
He's speaking my language. Freeways, he knows them all.
Everyone thinks I'm a little kooky because I'll say, as soon as I meet them, where do you live? And then when they tell me where they live, I want to know what street they live on because I love knowing where people commute from.
Ginger is really the detour diva.
She knows everything about traffic, and you better let her tell it, because if you try to cut her off, it's not going to be good.
It's kind of crazy how much she knows which streets intersect with this, the routes that you should take.
She doesn't have to look at maps and that. She knows them all. She's the best, and she's got all these Golden Pylon Awards, and there's no wonder why.
I do like traffic for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to get stuck in it. And I like it because I feel like I'm helping people, and I hope that I help people get to wherever they need to go safely and on time.
It's Mr. Ginger Chan. Mr. Ginger Chan.
Most people know my husband flies our helicopter now. I was working for KIIS-FM, and he heard me on the radio. So he asked somebody about me, and they said, oh, I do know her. In fact, she's going to be at my party. I will introduce you to her. I had no idea who he was. I Googled him. I found a picture of him. And then we met at the party. I was just coming out of a relationship, and we decided just to be friends. He invited me to a helicopter ride for the station he was working at the time. Lo and behold, we're on a breaking news story that goes till 2 in the morning. And so an innocent, hey, why don't you come for a ride along, eventually evolved into love, and then we got married.
What's it like to be married to Ginger Chan?
It's fantastic. I love it.
Does she give you your own personal traffic reports from time to time?
Every day.
It's funny, we'll go to events and people want to know about our work schedule. And I'll tell them, oh, we wake up at 1:30 in the morning to come to work. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, 1:30, that's crazy. And then I tell them, we go to bed at 6:30. What? A lot of people said, how do you do it with the kids? And it's like, well, they used to go to bed at 6:30, but then they complained and they wanted to watch TV. So now, believe it or not, they actually put themselves to sleep.
Little Johnny Joseph, Captain America. How you doing, buddy? Give me 5, Johnny Joseph. Give me 5.
My favorite part of the job is that in the midst of breaking news, telling sometimes bad things, trying to help people, is that at the end of the day, we do have a lot of fun, and we all care so much about each other.
Ginger Chan is the best sport of everybody in this building.
Hey, just wanted to say happy birthday to you, Ginger.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Appreciate it.
Jeremy, we love you so much. You are such an inspiration to our people, to here in LA.
Now to my dad and Sky 5. Sky 5.
It's amazing when I think of the 13 years that I've spent at KTLA. I got married and we showed our wedding pictures on KTLA. I announced that I was having my first child. And then I was able to say, hey, we're now having twins.
Happy anniversary, and I love you, and thank you for the best, most wonderful 9 years ever. I love you so much.
Really, it's been a life journey being at KTLA, to see all these milestones for me, and then to really have a career at a place and a station that I grew up watching. There's a legacy and a history there that I feel an honor to be a part of, and bringing my family there as well.
That is so nice.
Did you love it?
It's such a family affair. We always say that because our viewers invite us every day right into their homes. And so to be able to share all of those memories with my own personal family, I'm not a crier, as we all know.
Oh, yeah.
I never cry for anything, but yeah, it's
I
really
see a
touching to
little
see
bit
all
of
that.
water.
I know.
I see it welling up.
And, Rich DeMiro told a story about his time here. I came to KTLA, same thing, USC field trip. I met Jeff Wald, who was the news director at the time. You guys probably remember him. And he said, you have an amazing voice. And it was really the first person who kind of acknowledged that. And that acknowledgement kind of makes you feel like maybe this is something that I could do. So my roots are even deeper here at KTLA than I ever thought. Yeah.
Amazing.
You know what? Something that people don't know about, like sometimes in the middle of the night, you get a text from Ginger Chen. She's like, there's a problem on the 10 freeway when you're coming into work. She gives us our own personal traffic reports and tells us about hazards on the road as we come in. You know,
Yes.
it's like 1:30 in the morning, you're getting a text from Ginger Chen.
And that's why I want to know, not just where you live, but down to the street. Right, Henry? I do that for you, but it saves me too.
I get one every morning. In fact, it gets to the point where when I don't get one, I'm like, hey, how come I didn't get my little update? But you are the best, Ginger.
That's kind of you.
And
Thank you.
Me personally, I didn't know a lot of that. I didn't know a lot of the backstory. So I think for a lot of our viewers too, that was just beautiful to see you and Mark and your family and how you met and all that. I didn't know the story about how the two of you met.
Oh, yeah, yes.
But that is the beauty of working at this place. How many places, especially in TV, encourage you to let people into your life.
Right.
And I think that's why there's a connection with the viewer. And that's why we certainly have a connection with you. You're not only great at what you do, but your soul as a person, you're a beautiful person.
Yeah, thank you. And Mark flew KTLA even before I started working here. So he had some, knowledge of how, the show worked and that kind of thing. So it all kind of came together
Shane
very
is
well.
pushing us along, and
Yeah,
I'm
he
the
is.
BFF.
It's okay.
I'm supposed to be able to say something too. I've been waiting
Go ahead.
patiently.
Take your turn.
Yes.
I mean, we bonded over kids.
Yes.
We helped each other through pregnancies and delivery stories
Yes.
and all of that. And so I love
see
knowing
them
you
grown
now
up.
as a mom.
Yeah.
And confiding in you as a fellow mom and all of those things. So, I mean, I appreciate all that you do with traffic and all that, but I love you as a person, as a friend, and as a mom, even though you tried to trick your kids into believing that frozen ice was ice cream.
It was the same thing as like shaved ice with the sauce.
She would give them ice cubes and put it in a snow cone thing and not put the
flavoring.
The flavor, and they'd be
They
like,
didn't know
"Yay,
the
we're
difference.
getting ice
Yes,
cream."
they kept asking for more, lo and behold. But yes, and even though I
Good
miss,
trick.
Megan and Chris, Henry, who's my friend, she always calls you my future ex-husband. And then Lynette, my good friend, of course, Eric Spillman, who I always tell the story, all my friends had crushes growing up. And as soon as I got here, they were like, what about Eric Spillman? What's he like? Well, they want to know to this day. They ask me about you, Eric. So there you go.
It's great to have you, and you more than anyone else have helped people with information that they actually
Yeah, we all. Yeah.
I mean, we tell people stuff, but you help people.
I want to
That's
know.
great.
It's good having you this
Thank you.
close. Good having you this close.